AskReddit by Amrunner. What currently legal thing do you expect to be illegal in the next 20 years? We're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Seriously, the entire cell spam industry needs to go. Everything from scam calls, please don't donate to your local police association, to those obnoxious political SMS texts. And X200B. If you don't understand how annoying those are, clearly you don't have an area code in a battleground state. It's a Red Queen's race, however. So you ban them. Now they're in another country. So you ban their numbers. Now they obtain a list of valid numbers and spoof them. So you block them. Now they move on to the next one. No matter what, they will find ways around them. Please God, social media algorithms that encourage repeat use, and other such addiction engineering. Privacy. Currently it has some very limited protections. Would not surprise me if in the future corporations manage to make it actually illegal to try to hide your information from their exploitation. Charities spending less than 5% of the money they are donated to the cause due to big overheads. One of the biggest disappointments was learning how little the Wounded Warrior Project actually spends on veterans. Most goes to overhead, then they donate to other organizations with their own overhead, and lastly they spend just enough on vets to drum up PR to get more donations. Data privacy violations. Hopefully. Depends on where you live. In Europe, GDPR is pretty awesome in this regard. Hopefully those family vlog channels on YouTube. You mean the ones where they're all yelling in large, nearly empty houses? Child marriage. Deleted. Negative outcome on this. Using a VPN to access, say, Netflix from another country. I can see lobbying and corrupt politicians trying to enforce this, even if it would be a total crapshoot to enforce due to the nature of VPNs. Or VPN companies being required to store their logs locally and make them accessible to big gov or big corporation. This is a weirdly optimistic thread. Right? I was experiencing people to be much more dystopian with culture war type stuff. But instead it's let's stop smoking and stop exploiting children for views on YouTube. Family vlog channels. There's been many instances where families have exposed intimate inappropriate parts of a child's upbringing, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are legal cases in the future for exploitation or damages. I'd say it will be age restricted, at least since the kids can't consent. My husband runs an ad agency and they do a lot of collaborations with influencers, some of whom have been around since they were really young, were pushed into the business by their parents, or these family mummy blog situations. He always says in 15-20 years when these kids are adults we're gonna see some unprecedented court cases of kids basically suing their parents for flaunting them online against their will. Often these influencers, God I hate that word, are making bank, and it would be interesting to see how much of this money actually reaches the kids or is just being spent by the parents. Anyways, we have a total ban of posting images of our kid online because of this. Multi-level marketing. A lot more people are seeing these for what they are. I worked as an ID consultant for large e-commerce setups. We're talking contracts at the low end of maybe $50 M plus. Some of the largest customers I worked with were MLMs based in Utah. There was no end to the money. They'd gladly find people from across the world to solve an issue, often at last minute, when most other companies would try solve it remotely. They were building systems capable of shipping more product per day than the Amazon warehouse down the road, which made no sense, but they needed it for the growth curve. It was absolutely insane. Family YouTube channels. Everyone remember that Daddy of 5 channel where the guy got in trouble then cancelled for abusing his stepkids on YouTube? Then, and you can't make this shit up, he made a rap song about how he was the victim or some shit. That's right, a rap song. What a time to be alive. Telemarketing. God, please, ban telemarketing. Make robo-dialing illegal, and require that insurance companies, banks, etc. give people an option to talk to a human in the initial menu. Subscription services for certain product features. It's ridiculous that one requires a sub-service to use the key fob for his/her car. I feel that this is going to just get worse. Government officials owning trading individual stocks. Edit. Read the post as hoping and not as legit expecting. Edit 2. I was implying use of blind trusts broad index funds, opposed to individual stocks. I agree, it won't happen, in practice. A strong transparency law would be a step in the right direction. You wish. Who would make that law? Also, they would just get their spouse to trade for them like they already do. Commercials for drugs. Illegal in many countries already. I don't understand it to begin with. When I go to the doctor, they recommend the medication, because they're the doctor. Do people go to the doctor and say, hey, I saw a commercial for Cymbalta, can I have a prescription for it? I mean, they must, since they're advertising to someone, but it's just weird to me. I just assume the doctor knows better than I do. Edit. Alright, I understand now how this could work in certain situations. If it worked out for you, I'm glad it did. Edit 2. Also, to clarify, Cymbalta was just the first drug I thought of. I'm not making a statement on Cymbalta in particular, I've never taken it and I know nothing about it. Companies buying single-family homes, hopefully. This is something I've become more interested in because it's destroying the housing market in my area. If anyone is aware of bills or lobbying efforts on this LMK, I would be interested in any orgs putting together model legislation. I believe it is currently legal in 30 states for doctors to do pelvic exams on unconscious women without their consent for educational and teaching purposes. This better change soon. https://www.epstein-program.com/states-banning-unauthorized-pelvic-exams. https://www.healthywomen.org/amp/pelvic-exams-unconscious-women-26527811553. https://www.root-50.com/health-human-services/2020/02/pelvic-exam-bills/1628771/ Edit. Thank you everyone that is sharing their experiences, adding on more information, or providing additional examples of medical injustices. I definitely have been learning a lot. As someone who wants to go into the medical field, there are so many new things others have brought up that I need to read into. Wait, you're saying they aren't doing this for medical procedures, but they're using an unconscious woman for educational purposes? I need to make sure I'm reading this right. Hopefully child beauty pageants. Hopefully fucking big corporations, hedge funds and foreign investors buying single family homes and renting them out instead of everyday Americans having the chance to own a home, which should be more feasible. You might see tax breaks for owner-occupied housing. That might stand up in court. Revenge porn can be found all across the United States. Many states have passed laws against this, but some have yet to do so. Within the next 25 years, all states will most likely have laws against it, and/or there will be a federal law prohibiting it. What is revenge porn? I hope that in the next 20 years a woman raping a man is classed as rape under UK law, because currently it isn't. https://petition.parliament.uk/petitions/300270 .. The same problem exists in my state, GA, here in the US. I was sexually assaulted by a woman and it completely derailed my life, with most of the worst stuff that happened occurred because I reported it. I was told over and over again by university officials, police, and other figures of authority that ultimately all that mattered was that I was a man and she was a woman. I was eventually expelled expressly for reporting and speaking out about the situation, and I have been fighting a legal battle with the university ever since over whether men can even be assaulted and how they handled my and other people's experiences. The law needs to be made gender neutral for everyone. Beauty contest featuring underage contestants. I wanna say this will happen, but if the game can be sold to children, it should not have microtransactions. More importantly, kids should not be playing adult games. I'm tired of 11-year-olds kicking my ass in Warzone. Edit. Since this is getting big, it's mostly a joke. I grew up as a young child playing these kind of games. I was there when teabagging became a thing. I've been teabagged and I have done the teabagging. I have also been told how busy my mother is and have told others how busy their mom was. Advertisements for sports gambling. Well, it just got legalized in the USA, so they're gonna get worse. Online tracking. I mean, why isn't this illegal already? If I would follow someone in real life and write down everything they do, I will get arrested, but Google can do exactly this with no problems? That would imply that Google doesn't lobby governments. Deepfakes. I truly hope so. Face and voice stealing technology is super cool, but damn, it's scary as fuck at the same time. One thing is for industrial use, think movies and TV, with consent and permission, but machine learning can be used criminally too. Skipping ads on YouTube. Adblocker wants to know your location. Helium-filled balloons. At least for recreational use. Just replace it with good old-fashioned hydrogen. Going to work while sick. Did pandemic teach us anything? I never understood this mentality. Just yesterday I had a minor Cohen's flare-up. Nothing serious, just post-flare-up. It's not a comfortable in general, for want of a better word. My boss. Stay at home and do what work you can for the day. Don't use up a sick day for that. Also, my boss, you have a cold? Not covered? Please work from home all the same. No need to pass it on to others. Nah, doesn't need a sick day, just do what you can.